Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The More You Mow with Jay. Today we'll be going over a couple of selective and non-selective herbicides we'll be using to kill broadleaf weeds as well as some unwanted weeds in the yard this afternoon. So first we're going to start off with Speedzone. Speedzone, we're going to go at a rate of 1 ounce per thousand. And the main active ingredients of Speedzone are 2,4-D, dicamba, and carfentrazone, which are very good selective herbicides. This one you can use on your grass, not have to worry about any prolonged damage to the grass itself. And a good thing to mix with the Speedzone is Tenacity. Tenacity is a mesotrione as their main active ingredient. That's another generic name for it as well. I have the Tenacity here. And then as well, mixed in with the Speedzone and Tenacity, we're going to mix with a non-ionic surfactant, which is 80-20 surfactant mix, which will actually help the product stick better to the weeds. For this side, we have our non-selective herbicide, which is a weed and grass killer. This I'll be using along the fence line to kill any weeds that might creep into my neighbor's yard. And also I'll be using it around the trees to kill any seeds that might have been dropped by birds or any unwanted growth that's in there. And we're going to go at a rate of 2.5 ounces per gallon. We're going to mix together the Speedzone, Tenacity, and surfactant into this 1 gallon spray. So what I recommend doing when you're doing different applications is you want to have one for your selective herbicides, which is safe for using on your grass, and then another spray bottle used just for specifically for glyphosate. If you mix them together, you can have residual glyphosate inside your herbicide, and you can kill grass that you want to keep. So first on the list, we're going to go ahead and add the Speedzone. So as stated before, we're going to go 1 ounce per thousand. So as with all your chemicals that you have sitting around, you always want to give them a good shake to make sure that you get everything off the bottom. Okay, so this one we're going to use this cup. It only goes to 2 ounces, so we're just going to go right below there. Pour it in. Add it to our sprayer here. So I already put a little bit of water in here to make it easier to mix them together. So that way you're not just going straight herbicide into the bottom. So there is our Speedzone. Make sure you get it all out. And next we're going to go with Tenacity. So when you order Tenacity, it comes with a syringe, and it's marked on the syringe the different application amounts. So you can have your gallons of water down here, which would be per thousand, and then you have your teaspoons of Tenacity. So we're only going with a 1 gallon sprayer, so we're going to go up to the 1 gallon mark on the Tenacity syringe. Again, shake up your Tenacity. Excuse the dogs in the background, we have a noisy neighborhood. Take very much, but a little bit goes a long way. Okay, so you have that in there. Now what I recommend doing is taking and spraying out your containers. So put a little bit in there. Take a little bit of your Tenacity, fill up your syringe, dump it back in, make sure you're getting all your products worth, and then pour it back into your sprayer. Next up, we have our surfactant, which we need, as I was stated before, to make sure that the product sticks to the plant. So this product will be going down at a rate of 5 ounces per thousand. If you don't have a surfactant nearby, you don't have to necessarily buy one. You can use Johnson's baby shampoo or the Dawn dish soap. Just make sure it doesn't have antibacterial properties to it. It'll work just the same. Now we'll top off the rest of the jug with water. All right, next up we're going to go with our weed and grass killer, which is a total vegetation killer, a non-selective herbicide. As stated before, you want to make sure that you have your 2 separate containers, so that way you're not mixing product. You do not want to get glyphosate inside your regular weed killer. It will kill everything that it touches, plants included. So with this brand, they're recommending 2.5 ounces per gallon. So the cool thing about this brand is they actually have hash marks on the inside of the lid, so that way you can see how much you have, so you're not contaminating another container. So with this, as we stated before, we're going to go with the 1 gallon container. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add 2.5 ounces to this 1 gallon container. Pour it on in. And the same goes for the weed and grass killer. You're going to want to add a surfactant, so that way it sticks to the targeted weeds. Also, as I stated before, 5 ounces per 1,000. Rinse out our cups. Top off the rest of the way with water. Alright, you want to shake it up and mix up all the product. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go around with our selective herbicide. We're going to kill some of these weeds that are creeping up in my grass. Okay, so a good way to know where you're going to be spraying at is to follow your mow line. So I have mow lines left over from this morning, this afternoon from when I had mowed. So I'm going to be able to follow those and accurately take care of any of the weeds. So that way you're not over applying product and you're not missing anything. So over here we have our first weed that I found. This is just a broadleaf weed. I mean, it'll probably go away on its own with the heat, but while we're at it, we might as well give it a spray. And that's all you need. So to make sure you just do it one time, carry on to the next one, so on and so forth. So along my fence line, I have a lot of weeds that'll pop up. This will take care of those weeds that are here. Give them spray down. So one reason why you want to wait until either late afternoon or evening or early in the morning is due to temperatures. So here in Wichita, we're easily above 85 degrees for a good majority of the day. So with these products, you want to make sure that you're below 85 degrees. So nighttime is probably the best time if you can't get to it in the morning. So all these weeds are going to be taken care of with the the non-selective herbicide. So we're going to kill all these things that are in these flower beds and around the trees. Then stay in your mow lines and you'll find all the weeds that you need to find. A bunch of mushrooms in my yard. A lot of people freak out by mushrooms. That's actually good. It means you have a good soil health. I'll take it. And I can tell, it looks like that takes care of the weeds that are over in the front yard. So next what we're going to be doing is I'm going to go and grab the glyphosate and we'll take care of the areas around the trees as well as the cracks in the driveway and so on and so forth. Okay, so now we're going with glyphosate around the tree. So you want to make sure that you stay specifically around the tree. A pro tip for when you're done spraying around areas, bring a plastic trash bag or a sandwich bag to keep in your pocket in order to keep the drips from going onto your lawn and killing everything that it touches. As I said, now that I'm done, take this plastic bag, put the tip in, carry on to the next one. Another good thing to keep in mind is when you're spraying out glyphosate, you don't want to walk in where you just sprayed. If you walk in, it'll stick to your shoes and then you will drag it all the way through the yard. Found that out the hard way. But hey, I made these mistakes so you guys don't have to. Glyphosate is good to use on your driveways. So if you have cracks in your driveways and you have weeds growing in them, this is going to take care of them. And along my street by my house, I know it's a little anal, but I like to make sure that my yard's looking clean. My property is as well. So I go up and down the cracks of the street, killing all the grasses that are there. Also good practice to go ahead and do your glyphosate and applications of that nature when there's little to no wind. It's kind of hard doing in Kansas because it's windy almost every single day for almost the whole day. The only time we really get is at nighttime, so take it when you get it. Okay guys, so that takes care of the spraying in the front yard. Kind of run out of daylight. I do the backyard for you guys and show you, but you get the idea. I'll be out of town for probably about a week, so when I get back I'll have some serious mowing I'll have to do. The grass probably pretty long. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I mean, I usually double cut it anyway, especially in the backyard, but we'll see what we have in store when we get back. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. As you can see, it's still humid, I'm sweating, but thanks for tuning in, checking out another episode, and I will get back to you guys as soon as possible. Again, this is the More You Mow with Jay. Thanks for watching.